Vikings in my gang go. Forget them, get them, just pass the. Yo, take a trip down to Mexico. Come back with that might make you psycho. Maximum frequencies through your stereo. Sorry, this is it, but homeboy, I got to go. So I got step up in the place and yo, I step correct. Got you all in check. I got that head nod that make you feel your neck. I got you all in check. Hey, you know we come through to like the disco jack. Cause I got you all in check. Throw your hands up in the air and never disrespect. Cause I got you all in check. So try it again. Starting me over right back at the end.
When's the last time you were afraid? I haven't been afraid a day in my life.
The dead don't die, the heart still beats, head held high, I haunt these streets, lies kill me 100,000 times. You can try, but the dead don't die. Knock me down 6 feet deep, one more round, no reprieve. Lies kill me 100,000 times. You can try, but the dead don't die. In the mirror, no reflection. Another day, just another resurrection. Where's the glory? Just another story. I won't be the ending that was written for me. And I'm never running, so try it again.
It's pretty boring, isn't it? This existence.
EA Sports coverage in the NFL brings us to the Midwest. The echoes of the Gallahorn and the Skol chant reverberate inside U.S. Bank Stadium in downtown Minneapolis. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Detroit Lions and the Minnesota Vikings. On the Lions sideline, a look at their head coach. His guys in the midst of a brutal stretch. They have lost 8 of their last 9. Across from him, his counterpart from the Vikings. His team looking for a spark, hoping their fans will give it to them here at home as we are set to go. Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen ready to get this one going. Jake Bates set to get it started. Off we go from downtown Minneapolis. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Here's the Minnesota offense taking the field for the first time. They are led by the man who led Michigan to the national championship in 2023, quarterback J.J. McCarthy.
You know, it's funny, some games you can look at the box score and you have a pretty good feeling who won. And last week, not one of them. I mean, to throw for 3 touchdowns, no picks, you'd expect that team to win, but they just didn't get the performances and the production from those around him. So he needs to continue to play at that level, continue to bring along the rest of his teammates. If they can get a more collective performance similar to his, now I think they've got a real shot to have success.
They'll run with the former 7th-round draft pick, Isaiah Pacheco. Down the sideline, past the 40. The defense saves the touchdown, but a terrific run. It'll be 1st and goal inside the 10. Here's Pacheco. This time they're ready for it. Room to run the last snap. Not this one. They stop him for no gain.
It's a gain of a yard.
Ball is at the 8 for 2nd and goal. They'll run, and here's the rookie from Notre Dame. Not a lot of room to work there. Well played by the defense. And they set themselves up for 3rd and goal. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. To the goal line and in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Touchdown number 15 for him on the season. On now for the extra point, here's Will Reichert. The kick is good, and the Vikings will take a 7-0 lead. Reichert out now, following the touchdown, as he kicks this one away. This one taken at the 7. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. So that Detroit offense taking the field for the first time. They'll be led out by the young man in his 2nd season in the NFL.
And he's coming off a game where he was pretty much held in check for the majority of the contest. And he had a couple nice throws mixed in, a couple decent drives here and there, but the inability to find the end zone, of course, he had the 1 interception. So a lot to clean up, a lot to improve. Not just him, but frankly, the entire offense.
Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down. Back to throw. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked up by Christian Fulton.
Well, that's the fast start they talked about all week, Mike. You come out, you take the immediate lead with your opening drive. Your defense goes out there, they force a turnover early. All these plays allow you to just keep stacking momentum early in this ballgame. This game is far from over, but anytime you get out to a start like this, it is a lot harder for your opponent to battle back.
Talk about a volume receiver. That's his 90th catch of the season, and he gives his team a 1st down. On 1st down, here's McCarthy. He's going to keep it himself.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
McCarthy to the air on 2nd down. That one incomplete.
He just stays on his primary read just a little bit too long. I think if he gets that ball to his check down a little bit quicker, not only is the ball completed, but I think there's some room to run. So, again, certain quarterbacks are better than others. The ability to process and eliminate targets quickly to move on to the next, that's a skill that really just comes from experience.
And he will have the 1st down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8. They'll run it straight ahead with Pacheco. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
They're trying to set up the screen here with Pacheco. This one going to be sniffed out, blown up in the backfield. Now a stoppage, we have an injured Lion. It is 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's a throw for McCarthy. Thrown left side, the catch is made. It'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the 1st down. It's going to bring up 4th down. On 4th down, It's Will Reichert time for this Viking field goal. This from 30 yards out. Reichert's kick is good. And the Vikings will extend to a 10-0 lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
From 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And he'll pick up 2 out to the 27. 2nd down and 8. Now they'll set up to throw. That one incomplete. Good job, textbook there, separating the man from the ball, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it, but I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
Now a stoppage, we have an injured Lions. So it's 4th down, hunting time, Ethan Evans to do the honor. And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. The Vikings offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They've got the 10-0 advantage here early. And we'll see if they can add to it. Beginning on this drive, 1st and 10. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the play. And it's 2nd down.
Incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
From the gun, here's McCarthy. That's over the middle and intercepted. That's the safety, Kirby Joseph. And the Lions will have great field position as they take over at their own 45. They'll run, and this is Quinshon Judkins. Not much happening there, just a short gain. From the 46, here's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Again, it's Judkins. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 6.
He'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. Contact, but no flags. It's going to be 4th down. Here's Ethan Evans now. They'll be looking for something a little better than that first effort, which he shanked. That is fielded at the 13. And he'll get a few yards on this return up past the 15-yard line. The Vikings offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They're going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drive. 1st and 10. And it'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line. How about 25 yards to start the drive? 1st down.
10 at the 43-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's McCarthy. Got a man open downfield on the crossing route. What about that? Out of bounds, all the way down inside the 15. They can still get a 1st down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. We are through 1. It's the Vikings with the edge. More from the Twin Cities in a moment. Vikings football as we begin this 2nd quarter. Here's 1st and 10 as we are ready to get back underway. On 1st and 10, it's McCarthy. This one batted away. Good coverage there. It's incomplete.
Coverage by
throw once more. Here's McCarthy. That's to the end zone, but just too far out in front. That one's incomplete. The intended receiver was Justin Jefferson. And third down coming up. To the air once more is McCarthy. That is caught, and he's in. Touchdown, Vikings. Will Reichard now on for the extra point. It's up and through. The Vikings move further out in front. It is now 17-0. Reichard out now following the touchdown as he kicks this one away. Now return coming from the 7. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Terrific return. He's taken down just shy of midfield. Here's the Detroit offense now headed back onto the field. They'll begin just shy of midfield with a 1st and 10. Drive starts with a run by Judkins. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down. They'll look to throw. Quick slant caught by St. Brown. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short. It's going to be 3rd. They need 1. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete. The tight end, Sam Laporta, the intended receiver. And it's going to lead to 4th down. And he pushed it. No good. That is wide to the right. And this will remain a 3-score game.
And this is the danger of trying these long field goals. Remember, Mike, if you miss, the other team gets the ball at the spot of the kick. So it's going to end up setting them up for great field position as they start this next drive.
Now a stoppage, we have an injured Lion. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Once again, it's Pacheco. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a 1st down.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
And he'll work this down inside the 35. Jack Campbell, the former 1st-round pick, there to wrap him up.
At the 34-yard line.
Off the play fake, it's McCarthy. He'll find his tight end, Josh Oliver. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. It's a gain of 26, and it'll set up 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
To throw, it's McCarthy. And he's going to be dropped. They get to him back at the 15-yard line.
Impressive play by the defensive end here, Mike. It's his technique. It put him in position to not only make the play, but it's that closing speed that's allowed him to finish it off.
Throwing on 2nd down is McCarthy. That is caught.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets...
And he will drive his way into the end zone. J.J. McCarthy. Touchdown, Minnesota. This defense continuing to give up points. Greg, you've been on offenses like this. This has to feel great when you're on a roll like this.
And it's really twofold, Mike. First and foremost, just like you said, every offense in the league works all week. We want to start out fast. We want to establish some early rhythm and play our style of game. They've certainly done that. Now on the flip side, what does it do to your opponent? It takes them completely out of their game plan, knowing this early in the game, they're chasing points.
He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Lions offense headed back to take over once more. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Picked off by Andrew Van Ginkel.
That's about as bad as it can possibly get, Mike. You're only one play into the drive. You're trying to establish a little early rhythm, get something going, and now you're jogging off the field watching your opponent celebrate in the end zone. So they're going to have to come back out here on offense pretty quickly, regroup, take a deep breath, and try to bounce back.
This is fielded inside the 5. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. The Lions offense getting set to get back to work. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Right back to the air following that pick 6. And he's out past the 30 and out of bounds. Now a stoppage. We have an injured Lion. So it'll be 1st and 10. They'll scrimmage at the 33. They'll try the left side with Judkins. He gets free. 20, 15, and he will go all the way. Touchdown, Detroit. Now Jake Bates on for the extra point. His kick is good, and the Lions are able to cut into the deficit.
31, Lions 7.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. Ty Felton now on the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Vikings offense about ready to take over once more. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Little play action here with McCarthy. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
To throw is McCarthy. Thrust, it's incomplete. He did get the pass off, but he got drilled before he let it go.
Yeah, and that one just didn't feel right from the jump. I think he sensed that he was either going to take a sack or get baited into making a bad throw. So ultimately a good decision. Just throw the ball away. And that is incomplete. And that's what you call a wasted series. They come out here and they decide we're just going to air it out. 1st, 2nd, 3rd down. All 3 incompletions. And now it brings up 4th down. And barring some crazy decision here to keep your offense on the field, you're going to find yourself right back on the sideline.
And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. There's the tight end, Grant Calcaterra. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 30-yard line.
Up the middle goes Judkins here. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. Now a stoppage. We have an injured Lion. 3rd and 2. Here we go. We'll try and run for the 1st with Judkins. And that's going to be enough to move the chains. 1st down, up past the 35.
And it looked at first like that opening was going to close up on him, didn't it, Mike? I mean, really nice job there by the back. Patient and quickness, kind of all at the same time to find that hole. And he's able to get through to keep this drive alive.
So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10. Throwing now from the gun. Oh, he couldn't set his feet, but he completes it anyway. And he's very close to a first down. He's out after a pickup of 9.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
On 2nd down, it's Judkins. And that should be enough. He works his way forward to pick up a first down.
A gain of 3 yards. That's good for our Lions.
They run it once more with Judkins. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. First down, Detroit.
Lions, first down. 1st and 10 at the 31.
He'll look to throw. Throwing left side there, but it is incomplete. Isaac Tesla was the intended target. And it'll bring up 2nd down. Back to throw. Pass caught by Bond. And he's going to be out of bounds. Gain of just a couple. And now we've got 3rd down coming up. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. To the outside. That's St. Brown. And he's going to have the first down as he gets out of bounds. And he stopped the clock as well. They'll give it here to Judkins. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. It is 2nd and 9. They'll run it with Judkins. And they'll finally run him down, but he takes it inside the 10-yard line. The Lions call their first timeout. It'll come with 36 ticks left on the first half clock. What an important sequence this is, trying to get one of those scores back before halftime in a great spot. First down and goal. That one to the end zone, but incomplete. Here now, 2nd down and goal. They run straight ahead with Judkins. Not a lot of room to work there. Well played by the defense. And they set themselves up for 3rd and goal.
And after putting together what's been a long and methodical drive, they suddenly find themselves on the verge of potentially stalling out. So this defense, they can get a stop here. That would feel like a pretty big win on a drive that's largely been dominated by the offense.
That's hauled in at the 2. And he'll take it on in. Sam Laporta. Touchdown, Lions. That his 2nd TD catch of the season. Bates, good, with the extra point. And the Lions are able to edge a bit closer. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. Ty Felton now on the return. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Vikings offense going to take over just before the half. The lead is 17 as they try to maybe pull away in this one. It is 1st and 10. And he's going to be taken down to 37. Give him 14 on that play, one first down. One final throw before the break. Quick throw taken in. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. And apparently we'll forget about that for the moment and turn our attention to quarter number 3. Let's go. Here comes a return from the 5. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. The Lions offense and Quinshon Judkins making their way back out. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. is caught left side by St. Brown. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
On the handoff, Judkins. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up 3rd down.
A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
He'll drop to throw. That one taken in by St. Brown. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 45. This crowd hoping for a challenge, and they're going to get their wish. The red flag is on the field.
It just seems like whenever they need a big play on 3rd down, you can almost guarantee that he's someone they're going to try to get the ball to, and certainly easy to see why. Clutch play by everyone involved and keeps the offense on the field.
He was looking for that cutback lane, but it never developed. Tracked down behind the line. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
And how about that? Nice return there, picking his way up past the 35-yard line. The Vikings offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this 2nd half. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. And not much there. Good defense, held to no gain. They'll try again here, 2nd and 10.
Gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
From the shotgun, it's a throw from McCarthy. Going down the middle of the field, and he's got his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
A give here to Pacheco. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. So, from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
From the gun, here's McCarthy. Got his man at the 6. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Vikings. That is 2nd touchdown of the game. This one number 7 on the year. Reichert good with the extra point. And the Vikings will extend this 3rd quarter lead. Reichert out now following the touchdown as he kicks this one away. This returnable from the 4. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Lions offense ready to take over once more. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. 2nd and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to 3rd down. Here's 3rd and 7. Now they'll set up to throw. Open man, that is Bond. And he's going to have the 1st down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9. I'll give on the ground. And he'll get about 6 out of that one before being forced out of bounds. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. They'll stick with him again. And he's going to be brought down, but not until he gets inside the 35. Now, faking the give. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. A handoff as they try to run it here. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest, and while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10.
That's another
In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw, and he's going to be out of bounds following a gain of about 5 on 1st down. 2nd and 5. They'll look to throw. To the goal line and in. Isaac to Slaw. Touchdown, Detroit. Here's Bates for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Lions are able to cut into the deficit. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. Ty Felton now on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Out comes the Minnesota offensive unit as they get set to take over. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. He'll manage to get 2, maybe 3 on that carry. Tyleik Williams is there on the stop. Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 6. Off the play fake, it's McCarthy. He'll get this over the middle to Jefferson. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
So both teams trade touchdowns in that frame as we get through the end of the 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Here's Pacheco. He gets the 4th quarter going, and that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 48-yard line.
To Jefferson on the jet sweep. And he will lose yardage on the play. They knock him back to midfield. The Lions call their first timeout. Talk things over before 3rd down. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. Down the field, but it falls incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
Here's the Detroit offense now, headed back onto the field. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Off the RPO, it's caught by St. Brown. And he's out past the 30 and out of bounds. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On the ground, Judkins. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. The offense in hurry-up mode, pushing the pace. There's a screen set up for Judkins. And that one's just too long to get going. They'll come up, stop him before the lineman could get out to lead the way.
It's a really good job defensively. The key is you don't want your defensive linemen to overcommit to rushing the passer, and you don't want your linebackers in secondary dropping too deep defending the pass. In this case, all 3 levels played disciplined, good football with good vision. And that's why they're able to stop him for no gain.
A run, and here comes Judkins. And they'll take this down inside the 35. We'll try and hurry to the line here.
15 more yards. That's another Detroit Lions first down.
To the air now on 1st and 10. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing off his back foot, and it's taken in. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Running left is Judkins. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. That is caught. And he's in. Isaac to Slaw. Touchdown, Detroit. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. Bates, good, with the extra point. And the Lions are able to cut the deficit to 10. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. Ty Felton now on the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Vikings offense ready to come back out for this next possession. And right about now, they might be thinking, are we sure we want an off week next week? They're going to head into the bye with momentum as they try to polish this one off. Now Detroit's going to use their 2nd timeout, and they'll get together prior to the 2nd down play. Here's McCarthy. The 2nd down throw is incomplete. 3rd and 11.
Brings up 3rd down and 11.
Setting up to throw is McCarthy. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
Loss of 9. Brings up 4th down.
It'll be a punt coming up for the Vikings as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. This returnable from inside his own 40. And it's a good return here, able to take it across the 50 and set up the offense with a short field. The Lions offense and Quinshon Judkins making their way back out. They've got great starting position with a short field as they try to get back in this one. It is 1st and 10. And it'll be taken down at the 25-yard line. Gotta make something happen, so they'll press the tempo a bit.
Lions first down. 1st and 10 at the 25.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And the throw left sideline caught. They rule incomplete. Couldn't keep the feet in. And it's 2nd down. Here's Judkins. He's taken down just shy of the 10. They can still get a 1st down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. To the back of the end zone, he's got it. Sam Laporta, touchdown Lions. 2 touchdowns for him now on the... Now remember, all scoring plays are reviewed. Tight game, tight call. They're going to take a good long look at this one. So, ruled a touchdown originally. They didn't find any reason to overturn it, and it stays on the board.
That's the score. Vikings 38, Lions 35.
they've cut into the lead. Now just a field goal behind as they kick it off. Ty Felton now on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Vikings offense ready to see what they can do. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Pacheco. And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line. That's the way to get started, a pickup of 17 and a very quick first down.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
They'll stay on the ground and stay with Pacheco. And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's 2nd down. They'll run it straight ahead with Pacheco. And we'll see a timeout used by the defense, stopping it right out of the break. 1:57 to go in the game.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike. And they came into the game saying, we want to impose our will on the defense. And that's exactly what they've been able to do.
They'll drop to throw. Down the field, it's caught on that left sideline. They get 25 on that connection. It'll be a Vikings 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. 2nd and 11. Down to a knee, and that will do it. They wrap up the regular season with a victory. So a win here for the Vikings. They're able to finish the season in style